Good afternoon, everybody. Rob Leslie is my name, and I'm the CEO and founder of Sedicii. I'm going to spend a few minutes talking to you about identity, personal data. I'd like you to meet Emily. These are the things that matter to Emily: her family, her home, her health, and her wealth. If anybody messes with this stuff, she's going to get very upset. Over the course of her life, she will register her personal details at anywhere from a few hundred to possibly a few thousand different websites. Her identity, her personal information is absolutely everywhere. And it's a massive problem for her because she's got no easy way of viewing where it is, of instructing the person who has it how she wants it curated, providing a consent when she wants to give her consent to something, or taking a consent away, or proving who she is. And here's the kicker. Why does it matter to you guys? Well, she actually works for you. What we do today, what we're seeing today, is social engineering attacks being created that target Emily based on her information. What we've done is we've created a technology that allows a piece of information to be proven without being exposed. So I can prove to you I have knowledge or control of a password, a biometric, another identity attribute, without having to give that to you. And if you don't have to store it, that's extremely valuable because the liability no longer rests with you. Here's how it works. We take the attribute and we hash it. So we basically encode it, encrypt it. The server issues a public key to the client, and we apply that hash to that public key and generate an output. And essentially what we do with a little bit of magic is compare the output that's been created on the client with the output that was created at enrollment time on the server. But we do that without exchanging one piece of information with the other. So the data is retained integral to the person or organization who has it to begin with. There is no real data exchange. So what problems are we solving here? We're eliminating the storage of passwords and biometrics to start with. If you don't have to store that information, that is a massive headache removed. If you run a contact center, no longer do you have to have knowledge-based Q&A that an agent has to run through to confirm that you're talking to the right person. Or if you are taking a payment, can you accurately bind the credit card to the individual? Is it really the person whose card it is performing the transaction? We can do that. And it's all done in a standardized, single, unified interface. You can have it any way you like. It sits on a server, and you can have it in your premises, or you can have it in the cloud. We'll give you an SDK to put into your app, and we have an API that allows the server to talk to the app. It's very simple. Our traction. We've got deals in place with Ulster Bank, BT, and EY. Most exciting actually is EY because we have a framework agreement with them that is essentially taking our technology combined with their consulting services and rolling it out to their clients. Over the last 12 months, we've won a load of awards: the BT Infinity Lab, the EY Startup Challenge, and most recently, the World Economic Forum named us a technology pioneer for 2015. So we're filling big boots that Google, Twitter, Dropbox, Airbnb have filled before. We now have to walk the walk. And to do that, we need some money, which we're raising now, and we're supplementing that with grants that we're getting from the European Union through the Horizon 2020 fund. We make money by selling licenses if you take the server, or if you want us to manage it, we can charge you transactionally as well. So for every interaction, there's a small fee. The opportunity here is enormous. In the European Union alone, there's 10 million organizations. That translates into roughly 30 billion licenses. That's a big pot. We have a small but fairly strong, diverse team. My entrepreneurial background, so I've been in technology for 30 years. I've worked in very aggressive startups. I started Dell in Japan. and have had a number of startups previously. My co-founder, Richard, is sales business development, and then we've got some younger, more technical brains that we put to work on the actual technology. Our vision of the future is something like this, where identity in a much broader context is managed and controlled by the person whose identity it is. That means that person has got to be able to see into all of these places who has what information about them and how accurate that information is. Is it current or out of date? Can they curate that information so that they can delete what they don't want to be there or refresh it if they do want it to be there? And we think the banks have a massive role to play in this. We think you should control the center of this ecosystem because it is the starting point, it is the trust anchor for all commerce. You must know who you're dealing with. That's Sedicii.